Hey everyone, Melanie Allen, Emerald Ambassador. I am so incredibly thrilled to introduce, oh gosh, I just realized I don't have I do. Okay. I was thinking I didn't have my sound on. Sorry, y'all. I just want to introduce Diamond Ambassador, Brooke Hemingway. She is such an inspiration to me. She's an RN. She's a homeschooling mom of 5 kids. She went Diamond in 1 year, y'all. So get excited. We're going to have some amazing tips tonight to hear from Brooke, get to hear her story. She's also a fitness instructor. So Brooke, I'm going to turn it over to you. And she also lives in Kauai, y'all. So she's from Hawaii, lives in Kauai now. And her husband is a doctor, very close to Emerald, right, Brooke?
Yes. He's close.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to take it away to you to go ahead and share your story. And we're so excited and honored. And thank you for your time tonight to jump on with us.
You are welcome. So how much time do we have?
It's totally up to you. Whatever you got. We're happy.
And I'm happy to answer questions too. So if you have questions, you can stick them in the chat box or you can message them to Melanie, and whatever you want to ask, I'm an open book. I will just tell you the truth. I believe in truth. So I'm not going to sugarcoat anything because I just can't sugarcoat. Okay.
We're good with that.
Okay, you're good with that. All right. So I'll just tell you real briefly my story. I'm in Amy Paul's downline. Everyone knows Amy Paul, the Plexus bus lady. She tried to tell me about Plexus for about a year before I would even listen to her. I was not interested. I was very close-minded. I thought I knew better. I felt like all you needed in life was exercise and a decent diet, and that's it. And anybody that told you differently was just like, I don't know. They just didn't know what they were talking about, because that's what they train us in the health field. As a fitness instructor, I have my degree in kinesiology, exercise science, my degree in nursing. This is all I ever knew. And so I was closed-minded. But what I found is I was still struggling myself with sleep, energy, having those crashes in the afternoon, headaches, all that kind of stuff, the tired mom syndrome. I'll just call it tired mom syndrome. That was me, even though, oh, hi, baby. Sorry, that was my 4-year-old. See?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm in my laundry room.
Yes.
That's where I am, because it's usually the quietest place. That's why you get all my baskets in the back.
I hide in my closet a lot, so I feel you. They still find me, though.
They still find me, so I might have a couple little interruptions here. But, so I just was not open-minded to it, but I was struggling, and I had my 5th baby, and I saw a post one day with breast milk, and I was like, well, my breast milk kind of sucks, and I am tired, and I'm kind of feeling blue. And so I'm just going to go ahead and give this a try. And so that would be my first lesson to you. Don't ever get trunky, I call it trunky, or tired of posting and sharing and reaching out to people, because I took a whole year. And then when I joined on, Amy went Diamond really fast, and I'm actually under Eric. And then Eric went really fast because my team just was on fire. And she was stuck at Senior Ruby for quite a long time before I joined her team. So never give up, don't get trunky, just keep going. And so I joined, and I didn't really have any inkling of the business. I had zero interest in the business, actually, didn't know anything about it. She just told me to enroll as an ambassador, and I just did what she said. So that would be my second rule to teach you, is I really don't believe you should give people a million different ways to buy. Like, here's retail, here's preferred, here's ambassador. Make it simple for them, guys. Like, if you are teaching people that they need to give their body 3 to 6 months to really adjust and get healthy from the inside out, why in the world are they going to be a customer if they're going to be ordering more than 1 or 2 products? That's just kind of my philosophy, because I pre-prepare people from the very beginning. This is not a quick fix. I kind of set their expectations sort of low, because I want them to have realistic expectations, and I want them to know that this is overall health and wellness, and you are going to commit to 3 to 6 months. I flat out, if people are like, I'm just going to give it a try for 30 days, I tell them, you know what? I think you should wait until you're really ready to commit to the health journey, because, I don't want your money so bad that I just want you to try it for 30 days. So if you're going to give them the customer and the ambassador option, try to make it really simple. Amy just told me to sign up, and I just signed up. So I started my products, and about 10 days in, I was like, this stuff is amazing. I feel amazing. Amy's like, you should share. You should do a post. Know that before Plexus, I had maybe about 200 Facebook friends. I was not a social media giant. I still am not like the pro at social media. I'm getting better over time. It doesn't matter if you're not the best social media person. That is a skill you can learn. You can learn how to do that. What matters is that you care about people, you have relationships with people. I was not a social media butterfly, but people trusted me. Mm-hmm. People felt comfortable with me. They felt like, oh, she probably knows what she's talking about. I know she's a good, trustworthy person. I'm just going to go for it. So be a trustworthy person, be a reliable person, be someone with integrity, be someone that builds people up and inspires people through your Facebook posts. Be that kind of a person, and people will want what you have. So I didn't have a lot of friends. I had to grow my friend base. I had to look for people to friend that I knew from my past, friends of friends. So I started every single week. If this is you, every single week you want to be building your friends list, adding 20, 30, 40 Facebook friends. That should be one of your daily activities if you don't have a big Facebook group of people following you. So I did do that initial post, and I got a pretty good response from it. I think I got like 7 or 8 customers right off the bat, because that's all. I didn't really know what I was doing. So I signed everybody up as customers, and that was in September. I joined in September. In December, I went gold. January, senior gold. February, ruby. March, senior ruby. April, emerald. June, sapphire. And then September, 1 year from when I joined, I went diamond. So it all went really quickly. And it was all a whirlwind, and I didn't really know exactly what I was doing, which is probably how a lot of you are. Like when you start, you don't really know what you're doing. But what I would say is, if you are looking at things and you're like, you know what, I really, really want this. I really, really want this. I was watching a great video by Eric Worre the other night, like late at night. I was working and I had this on, and I wish I knew exactly which one it was, but it's kind of long. It's like an hour. And he tells the truth. He's like, if you really, really want this badly, don't believe that the turtle wins the race. If you really want it badly, work in spurts where you work your heart out for 30 to 60 days. Like you just push, message people, post, talk to people. You just throw your heart into it. And when I look back at my success, that's exactly what I did. When I drew my line in the sand and I decided, you know what, these products are awesome. I feel amazing. I'm tired of my husband working 80 hours a week at 2 different jobs. I'm tired of him missing out on our family life. He'd had a couple cancer scares over the past few years. And I was like, you know what, life is too short. I don't know what's going to happen to him in 5 years. He works too much. People would look at me and think, what does she need? What does she need an opportunity for? Like, they live in a beautiful house. They have plenty of money. Why does she need an opportunity? Guys, do not prejudge people. Do not decide that somebody doesn't need the opportunity. I need the opportunity just as much as somebody that is up to here in debt, because I had such a strong desire for a different way of life that I was willing to work my tail off 12 hours a day sometimes. I'm just being honest with you. Not every day.
I mean, some days. In a year. I mean, I don't know how you wouldn't, right? I mean, it's
exactly.
Here you are, like you made it. So
pedal to the metal, right? I am pushing to re-enroll in January. That's my goal now. So just don't prejudge people and find out why people want it. What is important to them? Why do they want it? And find your own why. Find the reason that makes you passionate, that makes you willing to do what it takes. Now, that being said, I'm not telling you all to work 12 hours a day. I'm not saying that to scare you away or make you feel like you're not doing enough. everybody can have their own speed. Everybody can have their own goals. Maybe you just want to be a Ruby, and that's great. That is an awesome goal. There are many ways to get to Ruby, and there are many ways to get to Diamond. Mine is just one way, okay? So that's my story. That's how I started. I do have one amazing rock star, Emily Gibson, under me. She's an Emerald, and she has been a great running partner from the very beginning. She joined me a month after I joined, and she and I have been running together ever since. If you don't have someone to run with yet, it's okay. You will. You just keep looking for that person to run with you. It will happen. So, you know, a couple things have been on my mind a lot lately, and I think I'll just share those few things. A couple things that I've learned along the way. Number one is, if you don't schedule your time to work and you don't stick it in your planner and you don't stick with it, life will happen and you will be too busy and you won't get it done, because there's never enough time. There's never more time. And my husband and I always used to say, well, when things slow down, we'll do this. Or when we have the money, we'll do this. It never comes. The time never comes. Life gets more busy. We have another kid. We have something else come up in our life. You have to make the time. And if that is 30 minutes a day or 60 minutes a day, you stick to that. You stick to that commitment and you work your business regularly, not just sometimes. If you work your business regularly, you do your daily IPA. We have an IPA sheet. I'm sure you guys do too. I don't know if it's the same as ours, but the very first thing on our IPA sheet is reaching out to new people. It's not posting on Facebook. It's not helping your team. It's not any of those functions. It is you personally growing your own business. You reaching out to new people. Okay, so that's the number one thing, is pick your schedule, stick with it. Number two is don't rely on Facebook alone. So something we've been working on, and you guys probably have a lot of team members like this, that they do beautiful posts and they're great about posting regularly and they're not seeing much traction. And if that's you, that needs to stop today. So the way that stops is, yes, keep doing your posting, but the thing that's probably missing is you're not reaching out to people. Mm-hmm. And so that is what you need to do. I tell people all the time, you'll probably get to silver if you post, but maybe not. Mm-hmm. And what you need to do is you need to make your list and you need to be reaching out to people. If you're not doing three-way calls or three-way messages, that's so important. So what we have done a lot on our team is, you know, when we get somebody, we enroll people over the phone most of the time, not just by sending them instructions in our website. Once somebody is ready to order, we say, great, are you available right now? Most of the time they'll say yes. If they say no, we set up an appointment to call them later that day to get them enrolled. When we're on the phone with them, at the end, once they're enrolled, we say, you know what I would really love for you to do? Put this little post up on Facebook, and we give them an example and we copy and paste and send it to them. This is what you could put. It's a simple 2 or 3 liner. A lot of times they say yes, sometimes they say no, but we have them do that post and we teach them, you know what, it's so easy to do. And as soon as you have people interested, you're just going to private message them. You're not going to give them all this info in the comment section. You're going to private message them and say, hey, I'm so new to Plexus, don't really know what I'm doing. I'm excited to start the products. Is it okay if I connect you with my good friend Brooke, who's like an expert at all things Plexus? She can make sure that we get you the right information and get you started on the products that are going to be best for you. 99% of the time they'll say yes, and then we start the whole 3-way message chain. That has been a beautiful, duplicatable system for us. Here's where that can kind of fall through the cracks sometimes, guys. Do you guys use that same system?
We do. We sure do.
Okay.
Yep.
So here's where it can sometimes fall through the crack. Do you guys have team members that don't have a lot of influence, or don't have people that really follow them on Facebook, or they've never been a really active person on Facebook? What about those people? They post and they don't get any response, or they get very little traction on their post. Those people can get really discouraged. They just think automatically, well, nobody's interested, you know. So what we've started doing is when someone gets enrolled, we ask them to do that post, yes. But we get them connected with the next upline in either a three-way call or three-way message. And we say, you know what, who do you know in your life that could use these products? Or who do you know that would love to be able to stay home and make a little bit of extra income? And then just silence. Don't try to fill in that silence. Pause and let them think, because they already know a little bit about Plexus now. They're excited to start. And they probably have already thought of 2 or 3 people that this would be good for. And they're going to say those names, and you're going to say, great, could we get those people on the phone tomorrow for maybe 15 minutes? And I can just explain to them why Plexus would be so great for them. Do you think we could do that? And so for these people that don't have a ton of influence, you know, this is a great avenue to help them get to silver, because they may not get a lot of traction on their Facebook post, but they know 3 or 4 people they can get on the phone individually. And you can help them get to silver just as easily as you can help that social butterfly get to silver. So don't forget about those people. And just because they don't have a lot of quote unquote influence doesn't mean that they don't have a circle of people that have influence. So that's what we've been doing now to fill in the gaps. I really truly believe that power is in silver. And if you can get people to silver as quickly as possible, it's not about them building a business, because a lot of people will shy away from that. They're like, no, I don't want a business. Don't approach it in that way unless there's someone that you feel like they would love the business. I'm gonna tell them about the business and we're gonna run. Approach it in the sense that, you know what, there are so many people you can help. We can get your products paid for, and it's really so simple to do. And if you make it seem simple and you're there holding their hand all the way, you're going to get them to silver. And you know what's going to happen, guys? Your retention is going to go way up. We have pretty good retention on our team. Your retention is going to go way up. Their belief in the products is going to go way up, because they're going to see it working in other people around them. They're going to be they're going to have accountability, because people around them are going to be taking the products and they're going to be comparing results. So they get the accountability, their belief grows, and they get their products paid for. Guess what? That person is staying on the products, and the longer they're on the products, the better their results are going to be, the more excited they're going to be to share. So it creates this great cycle, you know, where they're excited, they start to share a little bit more. So, you know, just because someone's not a great influencer doesn't mean that they can't do great things. Outside of Emily, I have tons and tons and tons of silvers, golds, senior golds. I'm a diamond, about ready to re-enter, and I don't have a bunch of jewels under me. You do not have to have a ton of jewels under you to be a diamond. I have 1 jewel, 1 senior ruby, a few rubies, a bunch of senior golds, a bunch of golds. You can, and that makes for actually a very strong team, because lots of people up and coming. I'm not relying on any one leg to make me really strong. I'm just helping people grow a little bit at a time. And my runners, they take off anyway, you know? Yeah. They take off. Yeah.
What about, how many level 1s do you have, Brooke? Just out of curiosity.
Well, it's split between my husband and I have about 100.
Okay.
That's awesome. So I don't have some crazy amount of level 1s. It's like in the high 90s. Under myself, I probably have about 45, and there's a little bit more under him. So, so anyway, I've gone back to building myself again. That's what I've done. And that's been over the course of a year. Now, of those like 90 to 100 people that I actually have working that are level 1s, probably about 20, 25, about 25%. Okay. So, and that's normal. I feel like every single month, my goal is to go silver, always. I will not be outworked by my team. It's always important to be sponsoring yourself, and it's hard. It is hard. I mean, it's not easy because I have a lot of other responsibilities, but I feel like the more I learn, the more I understand it is important to personally sponsor. It keeps me excited. It keeps me engaged. You're an example to your team. And as you personally sponsor, you're going to go wider and you're going to be stronger overall. So that's that's a little bit about my story, about how we've been able to create this momentum. I do believe that if you are wanting momentum, you have to be heavily involved in your level 1s, your level 2s. Like, you got to kind of reach down and help people get strong roots. And then once they get strong roots, they see the vision and they will blossom more. I'm not one of those people that's like, well, I'm just going to see who's going to go for it. That hasn't been my road to success. Maybe some people, they can do that and they have like such great influence that it's just going to be crazy and like everyone's just going to run. But for most people, that's not the way it goes. So, hey guys, I went diamond in a year and I'm not a super popular influencer. Okay? So you can do it, but if you help your people have success early on, they're going to stay with you and they're going to keep growing, and you're going to have this whole team of just blossoming golds, senior golds, rubies, and you don't have to have just rock stars on your team. I am huge I want people to understand you do not have to have rock stars. Be your own rock star. Eventually you'll find some rock stars, but you don't have to rely on those people to do it for you.
Do you guys do any 3-way Zooms or launch parties or live events or anything like that? Or what are your recruitment? I know you do some cold messaging, but I'm just curious, how else do you have a lot of those going? Or
so we push the cold messaging a lot.
Okay.
But the other thing that we started doing just last month that was amazing, it was amazing. Okay, so we all know 7-day challenges, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, we had one that we did in July, and I just copied and pasted the posts from another diamond, and it was just kind of so-so. It wasn't very fun. It wasn't very interactive, and so I thought, gosh, how could we do this different to make it amazing? Because I wanted over 400 people on my team last month. That was my goal. Like, I'm going for it. That's what I want. I hit it. We got 419 people that joined last month. Wow. Mostly levels 1 through 5.
That's amazing.
Super exciting month for growth. What we did in our 7-day challenge, and I would highly encourage this, and we're going to start doing it every single month, is I did have, just the daily posts that came up. But we started the 7-day challenge off with a getting to know you post, and we had like over 100 people join the 7-day challenge, and they got on and said why they were excited to try Plexus, and we really pumped it up. We were super excited for them, commented on each of them. And then our first day, we had our initial, the day before, we had a what to expect Facebook Live video that was really honest. We were super honest with people. We were like, we're so excited you're with us. This is what to expect tomorrow. We set their expectations reasonable so that they knew going into the 7-day challenge, hey guys, this is going to be an awesome opportunity for you to try the product, but we want you to understand that your body doesn't change in 7 days. And Melanie, I can put you in our 7-day challenge group if you want to check it out and see. Sure. So we did that what to expect video, but then every single day we had a giveaway. Every day. And every single day they had a chance to learn about something different. Maybe watch a short video. If they commented on what they learned, they were entered into the drawing. At the end of it, we gave away 2 free memberships. Every single day of the 7-day challenge, we had a different team member on our team post their testimonial of what Plexus had done for them. That was very powerful. And we made sure that it was a different kind of testimonial every single day. And we made sure also that the testimonials were people that had been on the products for a little while. Because again, we wanted to build belief in people that as they were on the products longer and longer, their results were going to be better and better. Because what's the point of a 7-day challenge? The point is to get people enrolled at the end of the challenge, or to get people to be preferred customers on like the Triplex or Slim Boost Block, one of those combos. That is the point. And so we worked really hard on building belief and excitement. We had a couple people get on there towards the end, share their financial testimonial. We shared about the opportunity towards the end. And here's the other thing that was amazing. During the 7-day challenge, about 4 days into the challenge, we did opportunity meetings. a Zoom opportunity meeting, and we did 5 different times because we wanted them to be kind of small and intimate. They were about like 20 to 25 people on each one. And we wanted to give enough different times that people could get on. And at each Zoom opportunity meeting, we did a giveaway, like a bottle of Block or a bottle of X Factor to any potentials that got on. We hyped it up in the 7-day challenge. We made sure people messaged their people, hey, get on. You'll have a really good chance of winning this prize. And we had a great turnout. And what happened is 4 days into the challenge, people got on the Zoom opportunity meeting. They loved what they heard about the products, the testimonials, our financial stories, that they joined even before the 7-day challenge was over. Wow. So you put all that together, it builds belief, it builds excitement, everybody's excited. We probably had like 50 to 70 people join just from that 7-day challenge. Wow. I think that was worthwhile. I think that was well worthwhile. So if you do a 7-day challenge right, it's phenomenal. And then what we're doing like right after that 7-day challenge ends, with the bolus of people that join, is a 1 hour new ambassador training. We get them on the Zoom, and we're going to start doing this once or twice a month. We get them on the Zoom. We talk about 10 minutes product, why the products are so great, how they tackle the 3 root causes of, health issues. We talk about what to expect when they get started. We talk a little bit about die-off and detox because we want to prepare them. And then we talk about why you would want to share, why it's so awesome to share. So we do that training to get people off to a good start. And the beautiful thing, guys, about this 7-day challenge, if you decide to do this, is it duplicates. So the people that joined and were in the 7-day challenge last time, they loved it. And so those people, now they know that it's great. They're not afraid to invite their people to the 7-day challenge. So we're just creating this duplicatable system every single month where there's something exciting. And just as a side note, we're not just having people that do the 7-day challenge tune in. Anybody that joined in the couple of weeks leading up to the 7-day challenge, we're inviting them to join in because they're considered new. And guys, this 7-day challenge built so much belief that we want that for anybody that's new that has joined. It creates excitement, it builds belief, and it helps them to get kind of into that activity of maybe sharing a little bit. And on the next 7-day challenge, sharing and inviting other people to join it. So that's what we did that had great success. Our team is super pumped to do it again this month. We're doing the Slim and Block Challenge, which I know a lot of teams are doing. So those things have helped greatly with momentum. We also have a Silver to Gold group called Next Step, Silver to Gold, where we're taking all of our people that are at Silver, maybe they have 7 to 10, 14 people. They're posting daily, but they're not quite getting to Gold. And it's a 6-week training program. We do a class once a week. We have assignments. It's a small group of like 30 people. They have to participate. They have to do the assignments. It's been really, really great, really effective. And we're seeing that those people are starting to take the business more seriously. They're enrolling a lot more people. I had somebody, lots of people in this group enroll 6, 7, 8 people last month. We're just being real with them on that training. So we do that. We do book clubs. I'm sure you guys do book clubs. Yep. On personal growth, 15 laws of valuable growth. We've been doing that one. What to say when you talk to yourself. We try to engage people. Honestly, I am someone that really believes in people. And I don't know you guys on the call, but you've tuned in. And so you're tuned in, you're engaged. You must want this opportunity. And I was somebody that didn't really believe in myself. Like, I didn't believe that this would happen for me. Amy was always telling me, girl, you're going to be diamond in a year. And I was always like, she's crazy. I don't know what she's talking about. I thought, maybe I'll be Ruby. That'd be cool. I'd like to be Ruby by July. And in July, I was Sapphire, almost diamond. He just always believed in me, and I am a believer in people. And so believe in your people. Don't write anybody off. Don't rule anybody out. Give everybody the same love and care, because you never know when someone's going to surprise you. And they're going to start sharing, and you're going to get these little pockets of senior gold. And you need everybody in your organization. Everybody is important, and feed that belief into people. And maybe eventually they're going to believe enough in themselves to really go for it. It really is a timing thing, guys. If Amy had come to me a year before and I had joined, I would not have done what I did. It truly is a timing thing, and it's really up to God and that person, and you have to trust the process. But you have to be the action. Like, you can't just pray and be like, God, put these people in my life. Like, that's nice and everything, but you have to do the work and the preparation so that when he puts those people in your life, you're ready to go. You're ready to run. So that belief is so, so important. And I feel like we self-limit ourselves so much. We see all the things that we're not good at, like myself. You know, I'm not good at social media. I'm not even on Instagram. I don't have a lot of friends. I mostly keep to myself. You know, all those things that we tell ourselves are a bunch of lies, right? It's a bunch of lies that I say the adversary tells us. Like, he wants us to feel like we're not good enough, we can't do this. And it's just, every time that thought comes into your mind, say, that is a lie. I am good enough. I can do this. If I put in the work, if I stretch outside of my comfort zone, I can do this. You are going to have to stretch outside of your comfort zone, and it's going to suck sometimes, but you're going to put your big girl panties on and you're going to keep going. So I don't know if there's.
How do you typically message when you said, you remember you're saying like a nap time you can knock out, like, would you say like 40 to 50? Like, what would you say cold messaging per month you did? Because I want people to hear, like, they think that they're talking to people, but they're not talking to enough people, right? I mean, that's the key.
Right.
Reaching out.
Right. Yes, that is the key. So the way that I cold message, I know we have our daily IPA. That's how we train people, like 3 to 5 people a day. I don't do that because I'm a bolus kind of girl. Can you guys hear a lot of noise in the background?
Yeah, we can, but that's okay. Is it from your worried it was that?
Hold on just 1 second. I got to tell my kids to turn the piano off. Just 1 second.
If you guys have any questions for her too, just make sure you put them in the chat, and I'll make sure we can ask her. I was just telling them about if they have any questions to put it in the chat for you.
Okay, sorry, they had the keyboard on upstairs.
That's okay. Yeah.
No. I am kind of an all or nothing person. Okay, when I decide to do something, I believe in commitment. Okay, so if you say you want to do this, don't put a time commitment on it. Don't be like, gosh, I really want to do this. I'm going to give it 6 months and see where I end up. Well, you've already quit then. Like, if you put a deadline on yourself, then you've already quit. So don't put a deadline on yourself. Commit. And so I'm an all or nothing person. I do better with bolus messaging. Instead of doing 3 a day, I like to sit down and like knock out 30. Just sit down, knock out 30 in like 45 minutes. And I used to do a copy and paste, but I don't believe in that anymore. I do copy and paste for other things, you know, sometimes. But if you are really trying to be personal, get on the voice message on your phone, or just type up a short, like whatever comes to your mind and your heart. Like, listen to your intuition, listen to what feels natural to you, and share that. And keep it short and simple from your heart, because people can feel that. They can tell a lot of times if it's a copy and paste. So let go of your fears. Let go of worrying about what they're going to respond. And just, I feel like when you let go, that's when the magic happens. Just like if you're someone in life, like looking for a partner, like you want to get married and you're just stressing so much about it. And it's at that moment when you just let go and you say, okay, God, whatever you have in store for me, I'm okay with. Mm-hmm. Same thing with messaging people. Like when you're so stressed out, oh my gosh, what am I going to say to them? Oh, I'm so nervous. Just let go of that and just let it flow out, whatever comes naturally. So I like to do boluses. That's what I do. And I do that a couple times a month. So some months are better than others. Some months it would be like 50 to 60 people. Other months it's like 100 people. And a lot of them are follow-ups, but there are always new people in there. And I still follow up with people I've been following up with for a year. And I still have people that join that I've been following up with for a long time. So don't feel like you're bugging people. You're not. Just keep following up and message in whatever way works for you. Do 3 or 5 a day, or do 30 a week or 20 a week, whatever works for you. Maybe you're someone that like can do it Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then your other days are follow-up days. But whatever it is, just stick with your system and do it. Because if you start messaging, you start talking to people face to face, that's when your business really starts to grow.
What is your follow-up system? Do you just have a list that you go by, or do you have
I'm old school. Yeah, I have a binder and I have like separators. I don't have a spreadsheet. I'm not a spreadsheet girl. I'm old school. I have a list. I write names on there as people join my team. I cross them off. For my follow-up for when they start, I have, I check in at 3 days, I check in at 7 days, I check in at 14 days, and then I don't check in until after their first auto ship.
Yeah.
So, I have a system that I follow up with people that way. But yeah, my other people, I just have them on a list, and every month I go and I check back in with them at least once a month.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
If I've been working with them. Yeah. I don't have some fancy system.
Hey, it worked pretty well for you, I'd say. Whatever it is.
It worked. Yeah, it worked well for me. I mean, just commit and commit yourself to learning and being a student of how to get better. Mm-hmm. Because I knew nothing. I've never done any kind of direct sales, never any network marketing, didn't know what I was getting myself into. But when you're starting, and even now, I will do the dishes, I will fold the laundry, I will be in the car with an earbud in, and I'll be listening to some video by Bob Heilig or Sarah Robbins or Melissa Eichenhorst or what. Like, I'll be listening and learning because I need to be taught and I need to be invigorated just as much as the next person. Mm-hmm. But the other thing is when you tune in and you keep engaging in trainings like this or any other training, as you tune in, there are going to be different times in your life when you have aha moments. And here's the thing, it's the same thing with your spirit, right? With having like a spiritual awakening. If you never go to church, you ain't never going to feel the spirit, right? So if you aren't tuning in and aren't continually learning about the products and how to share and how to become a professional, you're not going to have those aha moments. So never feel like, gosh, I already know about getting people to silver. I already know about cold messaging. Doesn't matter. Listen to different approaches, and you'll have those aha moments that will give you ideas to spring your business forward. And that's what it's done for me. As I've been a student of network marketing and a student of Plexus, I've had these aha moments left and right where I've been like, okay, guys, this is what we're doing. And I'll hop on a Facebook Live with my team and I'll be like, okay, everyone make a video. And everyone's like, okay, those moments come up as you engage. So keep engaging and learning, and it'll keep you excited and passionate.
That is great. That's great wisdom right there. Staying plugged in for sure, And two, if you have events in your area, I know you're probably leading your events in your area, but being in Kauai, but we here in Houston, we have 35 Jewels, we've got events all the time. And so getting to those events and getting plugged in and doing your own, if you're in an area that doesn't have events, you can do your own. Melissa, which is actually my Diamond Upline, she started in her living room, just with like 20 friends, and look at her now. So 13
exactly
on our team, So.
Yeah, and a lot of my team is not here on island. Like, I don't have a big team here on the island. I live very rurally. So what I do for a lot of people is I'll do like a Zoom. Like, I'll say, hey, why don't you gather 4 or 5 friends together, like next weekend, gather them around your table, have some poo-poos. Sorry, we call hors d'oeuvres poo-poos in Hawaii.
Oh, that's
Hawaii. Have some hors d'oeuvres and just gather around, and you can just put your laptop in front and we'll just chat and we'll share about Plexus. So that's kind of like my version of doing like a little event for them if I can't be there. So that's a great thing to offer to your people as well. Do you find it hard to get preferred customers knowing that there is this amazing business opportunity and wholesale benefits to offer? I don't have a lot of customers. I don't. I always have 500 PV. I have like 3 or 4 customers, but I am somebody that I know so much about health.
You do.
And I know so much about the benefits of these products that I am in this to get people to be long-term.
Yes.
And so if someone wants to be a customer, totally fine. I think it's great for everybody to be bringing in a couple customers every month to replenish their customer base. But as people are loving their products, if they want to take advantage of the wholesale price, I convert them over to Ambassador. If they're consistently using like a triplex and X Factor, I convert them over to Ambassador, and then I look for, a couple new people. But yeah, I mean, most of the people I'm enrolling are ambassadors, and then with a few preferred customers. Like this past month, it was like I had 3 ambassadors and 1 customer. I didn't have like huge personal growth for myself, but like I said, I always want to go silver. Mm-hmm. And, I had like 586 PV, and that was fine. I was fine with that. My husband had the same. He had about, 3-4 customers under him. So I guess altogether we really have like 6 or 7. But, it's fine for people to enroll wholesale if they are going to be someone that's consistently going to use the products. If you feel like you're convincing somebody to take, the triplex and X Factor, really all they want is slim, they should be a customer until they've built their belief for what they really need to be on.
And if you get a lot of people on your team that you'll see that'll be like $69.95 or $79, and you just have to reach out to them, and because that's definitely a common thing I see, because we just training.
Yeah. So what we're training our people to do with those people is just saying to them, like, if they've been on Slim for a couple months and they love their Slim, but they have zero interest in the business, and I'm tired of seeing them at 69 PV, and I don't want to incentivize them every month to order because that's just ridiculous and it's not duplicatable, is reaching out to them and saying, hey Melissa, I know you're loving your Slim and it's so awesome. This month we're doing a fun little promotion. If you get 1 customer, like a friend or a family member that you think would love Slim too, and you sign them up as a customer, you can get a $10 gift card. So what that's doing is it's having them get a customer, and that's automatically then going to get them to be a 100 PV person every month, or maybe they can get a couple customers. But and it's kind of like having them dip their toes into sharing just Slim. So we're trying to get those people to get just 1 customer on the Slim, because usually it's people that are just ordering Slim, right?
Yes.
So we say, or we'll reach out to them and be like, hey, I know you're loving your Slim. Hey, are you interested in finding out about this fun little contest we're doing this month? And most people are like, yeah, sure. And you make up that contest.
Yeah.
And you do that contest with them, because most people know 1 person, like their girlfriend or their sister, that would love Slim.
Exactly.
So,
and I feel like just picking up the phone, when it seems the end of the month, I'm really good at picking up the phone more than I am the rest of the month. And I'm like, if I would just pick up the phone all month, it would be, like I need to do more, right? I've realized that's been a big change for my business. So y'all pick up the phone, talk to your people. And their upline may not be engaged, but you can, also reach down and you can engage and also educate and help them as well.
Yes, I do that too. Like I will sometimes send out an email to my lower levels that have been turned off. And I had some good success with that a couple months ago when I was pushing for Diamond. And I just did it as like, hey, I'm doing a survey. I noticed you don't order products anymore. I was wondering if you have some time to answer these few questions. As a thank you for answering these questions, if you're interested in reordering, I'd like to offer you, whatever, like I offer them like, $15 off your order. But I also asked them, would you be interested in having a conversation with me? And I had a lot of people order, and a lot of people that were just too shy to talk to their upline because maybe they were too close to that person, but I'm removed. And so they feel like they can tell me more. Well, not that, but like, it's like they don't really know me. And it's funny, sometimes when people don't know you, they'll tell you more.
Yeah.
But they don't want to tell their friend or their family member their secrets, you know?
That's so true. And team, just so you guys know, she is a product guru. Like, seriously, you research these ingredients like crazy, right? Like super skeptical.
I was really skeptical, yeah. But the thing is, anybody can learn what I learned. Like, I did not know any of this stuff before I learned. The more of an expert you become, the more prepared you'll be for the questions, the more confident you'll feel. But you don't have to be an expert. Like most people, I can't talk all day about products. They'll be bored out of their mind. You know? But you will have, what it will do is it will make you more confident.
Right.
And that's what matters. It changes how you feel inside.
And helps you probably troubleshoot people too, right? To be able to troubleshoot.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Well, it does, and it just helps me feel more confident. You know, if you have the knowledge, you feel more confident. This question right here, do you know if our products would interfere with medication for someone with thyroid cancer? My friend does not have a thyroid, and she said that products would mess up the way her body absorbs her medications. So that probably means she takes Synthroid or levothyroxine or Nature-Throid. You know, the only thing with thyroid people is they just need to separate out. Yeah, that's my baby. If they're taking those medications, they need to give it 2 to 4 hours after they take their thyroid medication before they take their Slim and their X Factor in the morning. Otherwise, they're fine. That's, you know, and if people are really concerned about drug interactions, I tell them take your medications or your medication list and your Plexus products into your pharmacist, because a pharmacist is the most highly trained in any kind of interactions. They're the ones that really know about supplements. Honestly, most doctors know about this much about supplements.
Right.
And most of them will say, nah, I wouldn't do it. You know, if there's someone that's really chronically sick, of course, take these into your doctor, make sure it's okay. If it's just somebody on blood pressure medicine or cholesterol medicine, they can take it into their pharmacist for peace of mind. So that's the thyroid one. I'm a homeschool mom of 4.
Sorry, I was just saying, just so y'all know, her husband is a doctor too, by the way. Just in case they may not know that. So just saying, he is a doctor, like I said, close to Emerald. So
yeah. Well, and the thing is, like, he's not your doctor. I'm not your nurse. So I'm not making any claims here. But he always just kind of laughs when people are like, oh, I can't take Plexus. Or Plexus gave me this, or Plexus gave me that. He's just like laughing. He's like, there's no way. He's like, I'm sorry. There's no way Plexus did that to them. It's not even possible. You know, so, you know, people will come back to you with really weird things like, oh, Plexus did this to me or that. And, you know, acknowledge their feelings, but also be very confident that you can say to them, you know, that's not really possible. Maybe there was something else going on in your life. Maybe you were under a lot of stress, you know. So just have confidence, guys, that what you're sharing really is really good for like 99% of the population. This question, I'm a homeschool mom of 4 under the age of 7. When did you do most of your work? At the beginning. Okay, so I have 5 kids. They're home with me. My youngest is 1. I can smell she's pooping right now. It's awesome.
Real life.
She's like squatting right now, going,
yeah.
And my oldest is 10, and I did not homeschool the whole time. So this is the first year they're home with me. And I homeschooled a couple years ago for a year, but last year they were in school. So this is a learning process for me, honestly, and I can't tell you what schedule is going to be best for you. I can tell you that before I was really, really concerned about being the perfect homeschool mom. I had super high expectations for myself that even before Plexus were really unreasonable. And so I would say be reasonable with your expectations as a homeschooling mom. My personal feelings about homeschool may not be the same as yours. I feel like as long as my kids are reading well, writing well, learning how to spell, they're good at math, you know, they're learning the spiritual things they need to learn. As long as they're learning those basics, then I've got my bases covered. I feel like you have to set aside chunks of time.
You can grab her if you want.
Yeah.
She's so cute. I want y'all to see her.
I'm going to give her my phone because she'll like that.
Oh.
If you set aside blocks of time where you put your phone down and you don't work and you just focus on your kids and homeschool, you will feel so much more balanced than if you always have your phone on you and you're trying to like answer messages. Set aside chunks of time. I feel like for me, it works best if I do some first thing in the morning. I do some work first thing in the morning. Then I get my homeschool going for a couple hours. Then I stop and I let them take like an hour break, hour and a half throughout lunch and stuff. I do some more work. Then we reconvene, do a little more homeschool, send them off for a break mid-afternoon, do some more work. Then I do my dinner, prayers, scriptures, all that stuff in the evening, put them to bed, do a little work. So you have to figure out what schedule works best for you, but it absolutely can work for homeschooling. It's just that you've got to find the nooks and crannies and the time in your day. And I was willing to sacrifice. I believe in the principle of sacrifice. I really do. Like if you have a dream and a goal, you can't just say I'm busy, because everyone is busy.
Right.
And that's not to say that, you're not busy, but when somebody tells me they're busy, it almost irritates me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you're saying that is like you saying, I'm more busy than you, Brooke. So I just have more things going on, and I can't dedicate my life to Plexus. And I'm just thinking, you think I'm not busy? Like, everybody is busy in their own way. It's what you prioritize, and it's what you want.
Yeah.
Because you're the only one that can determine. So nobody is too busy for this business. We can all fit it in. It just depends on whether or not we want to and how strong of a why we have. If you are swimming in debt and you need this opportunity like crazy, you're going to have to work a little bit more. You're going to have to work a little bit harder. Your kids are going to have to pick up more of the slack. Your husband's going to have to pick up more of the slack. We talked early on as a family and said, this is what mom's doing. She's going to have to work hard. You're going to have to help a little bit more. And everybody bought in. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to answer this, but I have a potential who's carrying about a gallon of extra water. I think she has the beginnings of lymphedema, but not sure. How will Slim work for her since she would need to drink half her weight in water? I'd probably take that one to the doctor.
Yeah.
That one I would, yeah. Yeah, because if she's supposed to be on fluid restriction, the other supplements she could take, like Mega X, X Factor, Probio 5, BioCleanse, maybe she'll be a half a Slim a day person. So how much time on a homeschooling day do you spend working? I'm a first-year homeschooling mom working 2 to 3 night shifts a week as an RN. Oh, girl, I used to work night shifts. You don't want to be working. How badly do you want to not be working night shifts? Tell me that.
I can't even imagine. There's her why, right?
How badly? I hated night shift with a vengeance. Okay. So it just depends on how badly you want to be done with that. How much money you need to make per month. If you need to make $6,000, $7,000 a month in your Plexus business, it's going to be in direct proportion to how hard you work. If you're homeschooling, I don't homeschool for hours and hours a day. We probably you love nights. You want to keep working nights all the time? Bless you. I didn't want to do that. You're super happy with your career and working nights all the time. That's great, but you're going to be time limited. So what I would say if you're working 3 nights a week is that maybe you're going to hit your business hard the other 4 days of the week.
Yep.
And those 3 that you work, you're not going to get as much work done, but maybe you can do 30 to 60 minutes a day working your business, doing follow-ups, doing cold contacts. I homeschool about 3 to 4 hours a day.
Okay.
That's as much time as I put into homeschool.
We'll have one more question, guys, and we'll let her go because we're already at almost an hour, and I know you gotta go.
Sorry, guys.
Last question, or does anybody, is everybody good, or do we have one more question? Because I know she's got a busy schedule and 5 kids, and we just appreciate the time. I don't want to Okay, I think we're good, Brooke. Thank you so much for your time, your wisdom. We appreciate everything and your time tonight. So thank you so much, and we hope
you're
welcome. Have a blessed day. And I know this here it's already 9:30, but there's what, 5:30?
5:30, yes. Go and get it, guys. Don't hold back. Go for it. This is the most amazing opportunity. My life has changed so much. My husband doesn't work a second job. We're able to do the things that we really want to do as a family. It's amazing. So go after it. Don't hold back.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good night. Go
Good night, guys.
Plexus.
Woohoo! I love Plexus.
That's right.